Hello guys, and welcome back to another edition of my F1 2014 Top 5 Cars Comparison Test. And for this one we are in Bahrain to see how the top 5 cars stack up against one another on a given setup. And of course, as always, I'll be running the cars on the exact same setup and see which one does better. And as always, you can see the setup that I'm using in the information field below the video. So without any further hassle, let's get right to it. So just to summarize, this one was a little bit different than what I had expected. Obviously, pretty much like usual, the McLaren is a very comfortable drive. However, on this given setup on this track, it did have a very distinct understeer problem, which was quite evident in some of my other laps. Probably not in the hot lap that I included here, but it was definitely something that I felt, and it was something that I had to pay attention to a whole lot. The Red Bull, on the other hand, was a real gem to drive on this particular setup. The turn-in was great as ever. It really seemed to give us the advantage on this track with this given setup. It lacked a little bit on the straight, but as it turned out, it didn't really matter in this case. The Ferrari with this track on this setup seemed like a very comfortable drive. I did not have the understeer problems that I had with the McLaren, for instance, and the top speed on the long straights, as always, was great. Just felt really smooth. I did not have any problems getting on the throttle too soon or anything like that. It was very easy to gauge just how much the back end would take and when it would step out. So thumbs up to the Ferrari from here. The Williams. Well, I have to say I had expected just a little bit more from the Williams here, but as it turned out, it did not handle very well on this setup. I had a lot of understeer problems with it. I had difficulty finding out how hard I could get on the throttle when exiting a turn, and in general I had just expected it to handle a whole lot better than it did, but that could just as easily be down to the setup here. The Mercedes, once again, the clear favorite to take the title here, and once again it did not disappoint. But pretty much as usual, I have to say that it's a little bit more difficult to handle than some of the other cars, but I guess that maybe a lot of that is just down to the fact that that Mercedes engine just has so much power, it will really send you places unless you harness it correctly. And I gotta say that I'm kind of getting to the point where I start realizing that I might not be good enough at driving the Mercedes. Maybe I need to drive it a little bit more, but I'm trying to stay away from it because I'm afraid that if I start driving the Mercedes too much, that every other car is just going to feel so much inferior that it's not going to be any fun driving them. At any rate, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a like or subscribe even, and I'll be seeing you soon enough. Bye-bye.